All right, welcome to episode 97, episode 97 of My FX Buddies, the podcast. And I say podcast because there's video content, there's a transcript, rss.com, My FX Buddies, and lately I've been putting the link to that in the YouTube box, the more information on YouTube. Okay. What else? Video content. Rumble.com is where the video that's hosted on the blog. And the blog you can find at myfxbuddies.blogspot.com or myfxbuddies.com, but you have to use the HTTPS. What else? Spotify.com, I believe, has video and audio. And I believe that's it. I'm going to say YouTube. I'm declaring under the Fair Use Disclaimer Act. Anything that I post, comment on, is for critiquing, sharing, teaching, and falls under the Fair Use Disclaimer Act. Because I am going to show there's an ad. They're running an ad for the travelers, kind of showing them the process that they have to use to get their dollars, but I'm going to show it. It's a minute long. If you want to see it, you're going to have to go to the blog. Matter of fact, you're going to have to watch the video. I can't even post it on the blog because it's not on YouTube. Unless, if it pops up on YouTube overnight, then I'll embed it on the blog so you could see it. But me and my wonderful technology skills, this is the best I could do for you. All right, and what else? There's one other thing. If you are watching this on YouTube, it is not a video. So under what appears to be a video, there's a word more. Click on the word more. Another box opens. The link to the blog will be there. If it's not there, come back in 20 minutes and it should be there. Okay. What else? There's something else. Okay, we can do that later. Yeah. All right. So we'll get into it. Oh, and it's going to be slow. You know what? I shouldn't say that. Let's just get into it. All right. Iraq's top court rejects lawmakers' challenge to budget approval. Oh, I'm not home by myself right now, so you may hear other noise than you normally hear. All right. So, warning, and I'm watching a show, and it's that channel. I can't totally mute it, or it will shut off. So, you hear him talking. I don't know, they both look like attorneys. I don't know, but they keep showing this. If you read articles on your own, then you know they have 12 industrial cities, 15 industrial cities. So that it looks like what they're showing and what they're talking about. But anyway, all right. So this is the next episode in the saga of the budget schedules, but I feel this is good. So we know, well, in case you're not caught up, they've been moving the budget schedules around. Sadani was like, hey, I see 3 different versions of these tables. What's up? And so I guess he had to meet with people and they went over and they chose which one was the right one. Remember, there was a list of 5 names that they were going to investigate. Remember that? I don't know if they did it. Never heard anything else about it. But whatever they did must be done because this judge has spoken. So he is the top court. They reject the challenge. Not just 1, but 2. So they knocked 3 things out in this announcement. There's 2 cases and they're rejecting, and then they also go on to say, and don't even bother appealing because there's not sufficient interest for you to file an appeal. So it's not very long. And I know our focus has been on so many other things people have forgotten, but these must be important because they still have not posted the Gazette number 4782. Matter of fact, they posted another one. They posted 2 on August 19th, and it was not neither one of them were 4782. So, with the announcement of this and tomorrow being Wednesday, who knows? We might get 4782. All right. So Iraq's federal court on Tuesday dismissed a legal challenge filed by lawmaker, yeah, there's the name, against parliamentary resolution, blah, 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 which approved the budget. In a statement to the news, this person's last name is Maliki, but it's not the really famous Maliki. They explained that the court justified its rejection by citing a lack of jurisdiction to hear the appeal in its current form against the parliamentary decision. Okay, but so here, just so you can hear that, the court seems to be suggesting that the challenge should be filed directly against the budget tables. However, even in that case, the appeal would likely be rejected based on the internal regulations that prohibit non-governmental entities, including members of parliament and citizens, from filing such appeals. And he references Article 22. So that was the court. Here's the Maliki guy, or possibly female, added that the court also dismissed an appeal filed by a member of the Finance Committee, Mustafa al-Karari, who challenged the budget tables. The court reasoned that Karari did not have a sufficient interest to file the appeal. So I think they're done. I think the court is like, all right, move it on, do whatever you're going to do. So we'll see. So that's the latest in that. So I wanted to bring you that. And then we have Parliament falsifies the budget again. And here's another, here's the guy making the complaint, Basim Kashan. But Mandalawi may lose his position. Mandalawi he was the deputy House Speaker, right? But since the House Speaker got fired or whatever, he had to leave, Mandalawi is now the sitting House Speaker. So I guess if there's a problem, it falls on him, right? I don't know. But so this Bassam guy, he gives his reasons, and there's some, here's an interview here if you'd like to read that. But we already know, right? We know there's corruption and manipulation, right? So, all right, I think there's one more. Okay, now this is a totally different thing that came out. It says in the numbers, and when it came out, it was urgent news. But now, 2 days later, it's not urgent anymore. It says in numbers, the central bank buys dollars from the Ministry of Finance in an unprecedented move since 2003. So, an economic expert revealed an unprecedented figure for the value of the dollars purchased by the Central Bank of Iraq from the Ministry of Finance during the month of July. So, this just happened. But, so it's different. But could it be because they were expecting to be running different? Right? The other information providers are sharing that their sources have told them that Sudani's been on TV, saying you're going to get new currency, you're going to have more purchasing power. And there's been one article that did say if such and such happens, then the people would get more purchasing power. So they are having these conversations, right? And it seems they did intend to make a change in the month of July, but it just didn't happen. So what's bad about this, the central bank buying dollars from the Ministry of Finance, is it goes outside of the agreement. Well, if you can call it an agreement. But remember, they're supposed to get dollars from us. They're supposed to put their order in, and then we supply them with the dollars. So, I don't know. Like I said, this is new. This is unprecedented. Yeah. I don't know. So we'll see what happens. I'll keep my eye on this. If it's not good, then it just shows the CBI is crooked. But then also, this would implicate the Ministry of Finance as well. Who knew they even had dollars to sell, right? And what else? 2024. The increase in the purchases to the Ministry of Finance need for local currency to cover its increasing expenses over the past years, especially with the increase in operating spending and raising the level of spending in the 2023, 2024, and 2025 budgets. So this is the last paragraph. Al-Obeidi, I don't know how to say that name, expected that this rate will rise in the coming months with the central bank's inability to meet the need for Iraqi dinars, which may force it to increase the issued money mass to meet the ministry's expenditure needs. Also, what I don't, not that I don't like, but there's so many articles where the financial advisor is that, no, there's no liquidity crisis. We have more than enough foreign reserves. We have more than enough gold. Everything's fine, right? But I don't know. This is saying here that they had to get dollars to cover increasing expenses. So I don't know. Typical Iraq. All right. So this guy, another Qasai Shafaq, reveals major financial scandals and demands investigation. So nothing new. It's just another person, right? It's another person. He made comments. He is a well-known activist on social media. So he's not even an economist, or I don't know. He could be, but it doesn't say that he is. All right. So he made comments that sparked widespread controversy after revealing huge financial scandals related to the management of public funds in Iraq. He accused the government and parliament of manipulating the financial budget tables, which we know someone did, for that's a fact. Someone did manipulate it. Wondering about the fate of tens of billions of dollars that were not spent transparently. So he's mad. He wants accountability, right? And here's another. They're going back to the food security law. There's money missing from that was reallocated. Where did that go, right? So if you want to read this, you can, but it's just another article. Here's his post on Twitter. Some people call it X. All right. This was a big meeting. They showed this. It was all over the place, and we may have covered this in the last blog, and this could be a later post, but because everything I'm posting here in this blog, I forgot to say, it's Tuesday, August 20th, 2024. All the news that I'm covering here is from the 19th and the 20th, and I think I last posted on the 18th, but whatever. It is early enough that if they don't lollygag, this should post today, August 20th. All right. So what this is, it's a meeting. They've even showed it on their TV. Also, both channels. The original channel that I watched, and then this new channel that I found that I like to watch. They showed them, shuffling papers and talking, looking very businesslike and official, right? But so the purpose of this meeting is stressing the adoption of economic and reform foundations by restructuring companies. So yeah, so that article's there if you'd like to read that. Here's the next article. Iraq's bank reserves are excellent. Parliament says we have sufficient resources to cover any financial crisis regarding salaries. And look at that. Look at all that. All those 25K notes. So, see, that's what, there's another article saying everything's fine. We can cover salaries. We got enough money. But yet they have to keep coming out and assuring the public of that. And so it could be some Iranian-backed politicians or, people that just want to cause problems, right? So, but, yeah, they'll keep doing that. Diversifying revenues, the most prominent reform challenge. So this is, again, Mohammed Saleh, and he's saying, yeah, we know we shouldn't depend on oil only for our revenues, but we are working on other sources of income. We are working on diversifying our income, but it's hard, right? Especially when, they're being held back. All right, here is al-Kharari. So he's the guy who got rejected. No, he's the guy. So, what's his first name? I just read his name. Mustafa al-Kharari. I think this is the guy. Because that name, that's not a really popular name, I think. Let's see. Yeah, Mustafa Kharari. So same guy. So I guess he's upset. They, gave him back. The case is not going to be looked at by the courts. So he took to the TV and complained. And there is a date. Look at this. There is a date for them to interrogate. It's even in the title. Kharari reveals the date of the interrogation of the central bank governor. So they know that's what they want to do. Or it's just translation, right? But here's the date. Let's see. It's after action will be taken to set a date. Well, it's in here somewhere. The date is after the holiday. The Arborine holiday, which is the 21st through the 26th, or just the 25th and the 26th, depending on which governance you are in. And again, that holiday is mostly a Shia holiday. So let's see. We were previously seeking by some members, council, activate the supervisory role. Yeah, see, after the Arborine visit, action will be taken to set a date. But guess what? Where's Aaliyah Lot going at the end of this month? Yeah, he's coming to America. No, he's going to either New York or Washington. All right, let's see. Oh, we have 20 minutes. This article, here's the title. An economist places extortion, bribery, and smuggling as the first causes of the fluctuation of the dollar exchange rate. And there are laws waiting to be approved that say you cannot extort, you cannot bribe. There's even one you cannot kidnap. Okay? So once they pass those laws, then they won't have this issue. But yeah, you wouldn't think that you would need a law that says you can't extort, you can't bribe. But apparently you do. You need that law. So yeah, so they talk about that's what the old authority is still floundering in dealing with the issue of the dollar exchange rate, as all the measures it has taken since it took over the management of the central bank hardly touch the real problem. So it's interesting read. And they do say, what you're doing is forcing people to go to the black market, and that puts pressure on the dollar, so the dollar price rises. Yeah, all right. And then here's another one. This is a little different. The deficit in the monetary mass deprives people of the budget. Employees' salaries under the pretense of finances are insured. So here again, so this article is addressing two things. The money mass that is in the people's homes. Here again, they are saying, there's no problem. Yes, we're going through challenges, but there's no problem. Oh no, actually, this one is the one saying they have challenges and major issues related to financial liquidity. See that? So this is the one that's saying there is a liquidity issue. And employee salaries categorically, there we go, refuting, oh my gosh, I just cannot talk. Categorically refuting the financial statements that talked about financial luxury and the availability of cash liquidity. So this is a topic, it's been in the news for maybe 3 weeks now. It has nothing to do with the RV, so I just don't talk about it, but I just wanted you to know. See, denial, the central bank denies it. Yeah, so you could read that article if you'd like. And now check this out. So in the last, I'm pretty certain. Oh, oh, that looks like a serious meeting. Okay, maybe I'll get some articles on that. Anyway, so BP. Oh, so remember there was an article talking about Iraq was considering oil deals in profit sharing? Well, a day later, Reuters reports BP, which is, I believe, British Petroleum, right? Deal with Iraq will be based on profit sharing model. So they've already been working on this, right? There's no way overnight that was drawn up and agreed on. And yes, this is what we're going to start doing. So this was something they already had set. But this news station is, they tried to reach out to BP, but no one got back to them. And then, of course, even though they spoke to 2 officials about this, both officials want to remain anonymous. So they're going to move fast on that. Yeah. Oh, Blinken leaves without a deal. Doggone it. Oh well. Back to the drawing board on that. Okay. Here, the coming months will witness the announcement of the international coalition's exit from Iraq. So it's been paused. This is another thing that is like a soap opera, right? You have to catch the acts, and the new little update. So because they, what word can I use? I think I can still say attacked, because they attacked our base. Remember that? And some soldiers got hurt. We have not responded back, but they've had meetings, and even Maliki came out and said, yeah, that was real good. Now they're going to delay the time they're going to leave. And so that is the formal announcement. Oh, doggone it. There's a very serious article, and it's not here. Okay, I'm gonna pause, and I'm gonna add it. All right, so now here it is. Al-Nujaba, that's these people. See, they have their own flag. They were all black. The truce is over, and the option of striking American bases in Iraq is now available. And these people don't play. When they say they're going to do something, they do it. So I wasn't happy to see that. But we'll see. And here, it says right here, there will be a response in the coming days. That's my phone. That may target more than one place. Not necessarily in Iraq, but possibly Syria or Ice Cream Land. So there you have it. All right. So that's everything there was other stuff. There's so many projects. Sudani's out like most of the day, cutting ribbons, kissing babies and toddlers on the cheek as they open up schools and hospitals or like units at hospitals. There's just so much growth going on. It's amazing, right? But it has nothing to do with the RV, so I don't post on it. But now I just wanted to show you this. Okay. Oh, it's going so fast. Let me see. Can I slow it down? Mini player. More options. Speed. Let's slow it down. Slow down. Alright. Because I want you to see. Look how modern. Ooh, that's slow. Too slow. But so he's packing, right? Here's his suitcase. He's packing. He's got a nice couch. Then he's getting in a car that is possibly like an Uber. He's not driving. He's being driven. Here's the place. He filled out his paperwork. He's giving his dinar. He's getting something back. He's back in the car. He's on a nice modern cell phone. Look at his watch. You see how they emphasize the watch. Now he's back at the airport. He's checking his bag. And then he goes over to the proper bank, shows his passport. Then he goes to another place. They're counting the dollars, and they hand him the dollars at the airport. And there he is sitting again in the airport. He's got a ring on his finger. Yeah, very modern. So I hope you go to the blog and check that out. Speaking Arabic, it doesn't matter. I just like to see, because a lot of people just have really wrong images of Iraq. They think they're still, just sand and desert and war-torn stuff, but not everything, and not everyone who's there is poor, right? All right. So that's it. Thank you. Thank you everyone for the kind comments. Thank you for some support that I got. Thank you, thank you. Let's see. Accumulate while we wait for the rate to appreciate. Don't miss any meals and pay all your bills. We are in the middle of the holiday for them, like I said. Each day another governance says we'll be closed working hours on these days. So I'm thinking I probably won't post unless something good comes out. I probably won't post again. So if there is a join, follow, connect, something of that nature button where you are enjoying this content, click that, follow whatever, right? And take whatever action is necessary to activate that. because I don't post regularly. But if you do that and technology works like it's supposed to, when I do update, you'll be notified, and then you can go watch the newest posts. All right, so thank you again. Enjoy the rest of your morning, night, noon, whatever time frame you're enjoying this content. Until next time.